Hi YouTube, it's Lena and I'm here today with my Empties. And sadly today I will be retiring this box. It is getting kind of grody. Just 2 years of putting occasionally slightly wet products in there from like the shower have made it kind of gross. But I will have a new box next month, so it's okay. Anyways, as per usual, I will be doing makeup first, and then everything else, and then a bunch of samples. So that the people that don't want to watch the samples do not have to. Okay, first off we have the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I did a first impressions on this. I wasn't terribly impressed, and I'm still not terribly impressed. Here is the one for those that are curious. I don't think it did enough for it to be worth like 20 bucks for the full size. Like, it was nice, it made my lashes look really long, but nothing magical. This is from my Project Polish, which I need to film an update on. I finished the blue Sassy and Chic polish. It's just $1. I got it from the Dollar Tree. It was okay. It was a really pretty color, but honestly, most things chip on me in 2 days. As you can see, my nails are chipped right now. And this is Formula X. They all chip on me in about the same amount of time, so I don't really see the point in spending a lot of money on nail polish. Now this comes with a bunch of like little nail decals in here, but I put them in a Ziploc bag. Here's a couple of them that lasted. They're the same color as the nail polish, and they are really cute. I have the e.l.f. eyebrow and eyelash clear mascara. This does work really nicely. I go through it really quickly though. Like, this is like a month and a half of use that I basically murdered it. But it does hold my eyebrows in place for a good amount of time, so I will probably repurchase when I run out. Well, actually, I have an Ulta order coming that has the NYX Control Freak in there, and if that's not any better, I'm just gonna go back and repurchase that. Next, I have an eyeliner. This is a preview of my 14 by February 14th. This was the Urban Decay Velvet Glide on eye pencil in black velvet. As you can see, there's no more product in there. When you sharpen it all the way down, sometimes your sharpener will catch the actual little product and yank it out. So that is what happened here. As you can see, I was able to get all the way down with my particular Essence eye sharpener, but I really did not like this. Actually, I really liked it when I first got it last year, but then it sat around for a little while, and by the time I got to using it like full time, it had already started to dry out. And that doesn't happen with my regular Urban Decay eyeliners. It just happened with the black velvet one, and I've heard other people say that too, so I don't think this is worth it. One thing that I do think is worth it. This is the NYC Smooth Skin BB Cream in the matte version. This is the light shade. As I liked it so much, I cut it open. It is now all gone. If you can find your shade in this and want a kind of lighter coverage, but something that'll still stay relatively matte throughout the day, like this is not perfectly matte. Obviously it's a BB cream, it's gonna be a little, but I wouldn't even really call it dewy. I would just call it satin finish a little bit. But put some powder on top of it, it's perfectly matte, it works well for me, and I would happily purchase it again, just not right now because I have other stuff I'm trying to get through. This was in my Project Pan Roulette. Next, I have something I did not expect to like, but I really did. It is the Makeup Forever hydrating primer base. Let's see, this one I got in a Sephora box, and then I wound up getting one in the Sephora favorites thing that I was going to get rid of, but because I liked this so much, I wound up keeping it. This is not going to keep you matte or anything, don't expect that out of it, but in the winter I can wear stuff that's not necessarily matte. Like in the middle of the summer, I can't wear anything unless it's like super matte, because I will turn it dewy, no problem. But this felt really nice on my skin. It did help my foundation last all day, and I really liked it. I will happily use the other one, but I don't know if I would purchase this because I live in South Louisiana. It is hot and humid like 8 months out of the year, and I might purchase like a travel size that I think they sell for like 10 bucks, but I don't think I'd purchase a full size because I don't think I can go through it in the right amount of time, if that makes sense. Let's see, I had the Murad Invisablur Perfecting Shield. I used this as a pore filling primer, and this does have SPF in it, which is always nice. This performs a lot like the Smashbox, the Maybelline Baby Skin, stuff like that. But this has SPF while those do not. This is super expensive for the full size set. Like this little booger right here, I did the math on it and it's worth like 10 bucks. So I would probably not purchase this on my own, but I do have it in a miniature that I can use. And the final makeup item that's not like a sample is the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. It's really hard to read because it is gold on top of gold. So I don't know what they were thinking like that. This reminds me a lot of the, what is it called? Too Faced Better Than Sex. Like it's got a similar wand. It has a really similar effect, which I love. It dries out quickly, similarly to the Too Faced mascara. I only had this open for like 2.5 months, but it started going really clumpy on me, like way more clumpy than I can actually wear. So I decided it was time to set it aside. However, I would happily use another sample of this. I don't think I would buy it because it dries out pretty quickly. I got this from Birchbox and I was very happy with it though. Okay, full sizes. What little bit of full sizes that I have. I do have 2 things for my husband. This is the Gillette Series Shave Gel. This one is for sensitive skin. He still has a ton of these because I did a CVS deal where you spent 30 and you got back 10. I bought all of these and these are like 4 bucks a piece. But he does prefer Gillette over other shave gels. I'm not particularly sure why. I think this just makes the skin dry out less. So we will repurchase that when we need it. And this is the Spa House Body Wash for Men South Seas. This does smell really nice, and beyond it smelling nice in the shower and not overly drying out or breaking out his skin, Brian doesn't really care what body wash he has. So purchasing this from the Dollar Tree as basically a knockoff of the Old Spice body wash that I used to buy him. So I need to repurchase it because he's down to 1 right now. And I have my 1 full-size empty because this was Deluxe December on Instagram, so I was focusing more on my deluxe products. Let's see, I finally finished this. I still have the conditioner though. This is the Spa House Hair Therapy Keratin Oil Shampoo. It's sulfate free, which is what I prefer to use on my hair on a consistent basis. Like I'll use a one-time use packet on my hair if it's not sulfate free. Although my hair is fading pretty badly. I might need to redo it soon. But the shampoo of this line is really good. And it does smell really nice. Yep, it smells kind of fruity actually, which is a little weird, but I liked it. I will go ahead and say this now. The conditioner is a little runny. It works fine, but it's not great. I prefer thicker conditioners, but the shampoo is really good. And if you don't mind mixing and matching your stuff, you could always pick up the shampoo for $1. It will last forever. I have another shampoo. This is the Divinis Love Shampoo. I always like their formulas, but I hate their scents, and this one is no different. Yeah, this is something too floral or lavendery for me. But like I said, I really love their formulas. If I ever found a scent and formula that worked with my hair, I would totally be okay with buying it from Birchbox. Not that one though. This is not totally empty. It broke. This is the Pantene Blood Extending Dry Shampoo. It does not spray anymore. This is okay, but I'm going to stop getting these because they always break on me. I have another one of these minis that I got on a mystery box on Instagram, but I will never personally buy these again because the last full size I had of this broke on me too. Here's another dry shampoo that I got from Birchbox this past month. It is the Chlorane Extra Gentle Dry Shampoo with Oat Milk. This one I actually used up. I always use these up in like 4 uses, which always bums me out because I really like this. It does leave a huge white cast, but what I do to avoid dealing with that, I spray it on my hair the night before and I sleep on it. And by the time I get up the next morning and brush my hair, it's all gone, but my hair is nice and not oily or anything like that. I do use a lot of dry shampoo when I use it. So like I spray it through here, I lift up my roots back here and spray, and then I divide my hair into sections and spray all over the roots there. So I'm not surprised I go through dry shampoo very quickly, but this is expensive. A full size of this is like $22. This little thing right here is $9. I can't buy these on a regular basis if I'm going to burn through them that quickly and they cost that much. Batiste works almost as good. And I can get that from TJ Maxx for like $6. Oh, this devil. This is the Borghese Fango Purifying Clay Cleanser. I got this from Birchbox a couple of months ago, and I initially gave it an okay review because I didn't realize this breaks me out. Most things do not break me out. I do not have overly sensitive skin. However, every time I used this for more than like 2 days in a row, it broke me out. And this was in my Project Use It Up December, so I was really trying to use it up, and I realized this is what was breaking me out. It wasn't the change in water when I went to DC, because I brought this too, and I was like, it might be this breaking me out, or it might be like the change in weather from going to hard to soft water. It could be anything. No, it's this. I had to use up the majority of the rest of it, because I started like right here for the month of December, as a hand wash. So I got it used up. It is out of my life and it is gone, but I will never use anything from that line ever again because it broke me out. This is the Olay Active Botanicals Moisturizing Toner. I got this in an Instagram mystery bag, but I think this actually came from a Target beauty box. I do have the day lotion too, but I haven't used it yet. I don't think this really does anything, but I have oily skin and it's a moisturizing toner. It's not really going to do much of anything for me, so it's gone. That's what counts. I have the Dr. Brandt Pore Dermabrasion. I got this in my either Ipsy or Birchbox this past month. This is really nice, but I got this in my Sephora box last month. This is really nice. It is a nice kind of on the more gentler side of an exfoliant. Dr. Brandt never fills their products for more than like 3 uses, and that drives me crazy. Like, you get them and they're always like down here or lower as far as product is concerned. And I thought this was full, but it had a giant air bubble in it. So like one time I went to use it and woof, nothing but air came out. That just annoys the crap out of me when they do that. Okay, I have the Clinique Moisture Surge Extended Thirst Relief. It is like this little pink gel goo that comes in here if you've never seen it before. Even though I have oily skin, I really love this. I do think this moisturizes really well, but also sinks in really quickly at the same time, which I think is what the gel formulas are supposed to do. So I would, if I ever go through all of my little miniatures of, you know, face moisturizer, this is something I might actually repurchase. Another thing I would not repurchase is the Shiseido Ultimune Power Infusing Concentrate. This was actually in my November Project Use It Up, and I didn't quite finish it, but I had so little left I didn't even want to throw it in. I don't think this did anything. And I did the math on it. This little booger is worth $21 because the full size is so expensive. So I would definitely not buy it. And like I said, maybe it's just my skin. If it does something for you, that's great, but I used this for over a month and I saw no difference, and when I stopped using it, I saw no difference. So, not for me. Let's see, I have a thing of Ulta cotton rounds. These are my favorite, but I do not get them very often because I have to go all the way to Ulta or make an order to get them, when I could just go to like Target or CVS or something like that and buy theirs, and they work almost as good. I have the L'Occitane dry skin hand cream. I really like this, but it's super expensive, so I would never purchase it, but I will keep using these little miniatures when I get them. That is actually in my 14 by February 14th. This is the Saint-Tropez Gradual Tan In Shower Lotion. I got this in my Birchbox in like August, and I finally used it up because I was sick of looking at it. I put it in my Project Use It Up. Let's see. This works okay. What you do is while you're in the shower, you rub it on your skin, you stand out of the water for like 3 minutes, and you rinse it off. You have to be really light skinned for this to actually show up on you. Now, I'm pale as a ghost. The lighting shows that off pretty well, I'm sure. But if you're much darker than me, this is probably not going to show up on you. And I'm not a self-tanner, so I don't have a real reason to have that. Okay, here's the Korres Yogurt Nourishing Fluid Veil with Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This is nice, but nothing necessary to me. I can get cheaper stuff at the drugstore that has sunscreen in it, so I would probably not purchase. That was in the Sun Safety Kit from Sephora. I can't even pull it out. This is the NYC Paparazzi Purple Eyeliner that was in my Project Pan Roulette. I do really like it, but I don't think you can get it anymore. It was this glittery purple color. I bought this at the Dollar Tree, so it's probably discontinued. Let's see, I have the Kiehl's Rosa Artica Eye Youth Rejuvenating Eye Balm. I don't think this really did much of anything, so I would not purchase. I got that as a sample from an order on Birchbox. I have the Pink Friday by Nicki Minaj perfume sample. I hate that this didn't come with a sprayer, but I did use it all up. I actually really like this. I have my favorite perfume, so I'd probably not purchase this, but it's nice and kind of fruity, which is what I like, so yeah. I have the Benefit It's Potent Eye Cream. This is just the little mini that you can get with random stuff. I think I bought it from somebody on Instagram. I do really like this, but I just turned 30 in December, and this has no anti-aging properties. It just kind of helps lighten your under eye circles a little bit and softens the skin underneath, which is nice. But I should probably start really looking into an anti-aging eye cream, so I will probably not purchase this, even though I do really like it. But if you're not worried about that, it's a really good eye cream. See, I have the Vasanti Brighten Up Enzymatic Face Rejuvenator. It is a face scrub, basically. I really like this. I will probably never pay for the full size because it's kind of expensive for what it is. But I will happily find more of these on like Instagram to buy. Once I go through more of my scrubs, obviously. Let's see, the Christy Brinkley Complete Clarity Daily Facial Exfoliating Polish, another face scrub. This is also from Birchbox. This is actually really nice, but once again, it's more expensive than what I want to pay for something like this. So I would probably not purchase, but I will happily use more of it, and it makes me kind of wonder if her brand has anything good in it. And what I think are my last full-size or even travel-size items, I have 2 sets of makeup wipes. And I just finished another one today, and that is actually the last one in my house because I want to go through my micellar waters before I pick up any more. But anyways, I have the L'Oreal Revitalift Radiant Smoothing Wet Cleansing Towelettes. These smell kind of weird. Yep, they do. Like, not off-putting weird, just weird. They work okay, but they're like $7.99, so I think they're a little expensive for what they are, so probably not repurchase. And the other ones I have are the Pond's Original Fresh Wet Cleansing Towelettes. This was a little 5-pack. These are the ones that have like the texture cloth, so they are really nice for getting an extra little bit of makeup off. So I would repurchase these when I feel more into purchasing makeup wipes. Like I said, I just want to go through my 2 micellar waters right now, and one of them is the giant Garnier one, so I'm probably not going to be purchasing anymore for a while. On to samples. Let's see, I have the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Éclat sample. This is in N1, the only one that I can actually use for its proper purpose. It's okay. I don't see anything special about it. I think the Maybelline one does the same thing. And now if you go to Walgreens, Wet n Wild has one. So I just bought it and I will be trying it out soon. This is the Tony Moly Red Wine Face Mask Sheet. It did smell a little bit like red wine. I actually do think that this tightened my pores a little bit, so I would love to get like 4 of these and use them consecutively once a week for a month and see like if I can get any long-term benefits from them, because the tightening of my pores was, you know, like for a night. But let's see, it also has no parabens, no talc, no benzophenone, don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, no trianthalamine, and no color additives. So probably really good for you too. I got this when I renewed my Sally's Beauty card. They gave me like 4 packs for free. So this is pretty good. It got me 2 uses, and I would possibly repurchase in the future once I go through my other 3. This is the Phyto Exceptional Mask Ultra Damaged Brittle and Dry Hair. This was also really good. I got this in a Sephora pack. This was only 1 use, I think, but I have a lot of hair. I like to use a lot of conditioner on my hair. This is the Jergens Wet Skin Moisturizer in the Nourishing Manoi Oil. It took me 3 of these to use like actually all over my body. And I'm finding that I really like the Nivea one better, because the Nivea one you can use in the shower and you rinse off. This one you have to get out of the shower and then put it on and then towel off. Well, I like the convenience of the Nivea one because I can just do it in the shower. This one you can't have like running water or anything like that. You're supposed to put it on and then towel off. So that kind of defeats the purpose. And I like the coconut smelling one better. I didn't like the Manoy oil as much. Let's see. I have 2 of these little Sephora Express Eye Makeup Remover Wipes. I always get these when I make an order on Sephora and they are available, because I do think they work really well and they're pretty soft for using around the eye area. Sorry, that was my phone. Let's see, I finally remembered to use another Biore strip. I need to get back in the habit of using these. Let's see, I think I have either 2 or 3 little makeup samples of primer. This is the Makeup Forever one. It's the same one I reviewed earlier. I do really like it. This is the Tarte BB Tinted Primer in probably fairly light neutral, because that's the color I used. This was pretty good, and I got a ton of usage out of this one little pod. But it is a slightly tinted primer, basically. It's like a silicone primer. And it does, you know, make things look smooth around your pore area. So I have a couple more samples of these in darker colors. I'm gonna see if they work. Because like I said, each one of these has like 5 uses in it, as long as you're actually paying attention and are careful with it. That was pretty good though. Let's see. I have the Tony Moly. Sorry about that. I think my father-in-law just got home. Anyways, this is the Tony Moly I'm Real Tea Tree Sebum and Pore Lotion. This has a really intense tea tree smell, so that it's not that I don't like tea tree, it just caught me off guard that it was like really potent. This sank in really quickly, which I do like for, you know, a nighttime moisturizer, and it did moisturize my skin, so I might possibly repurchase one day in the future. Let's see, I have the Tarte Park Avenue Princess and bronzer and the Glisten Amazonian Clay blush. I got a little bit of it. The blush is really shimmery, so you can totally get away without using a highlight. I do like the bronzer. This is the matte version, because I know they have a slightly more shimmery version. I think I even have it from an Ipsy bag. But these are both really good. I'll probably not purchase the blush, but I would be willing to purchase the bronzer once I use a couple of mine. Okay. I got this from Sephora. They gave me like 7 of these stapled together. You can get at least 2 uses out of these pods. They are the Nude Skincare Advanced Renewal Age Defying Skincare Serum. I can't tell if this is any good yet or not. Like, I've been using them for a couple of days now. This is just the one that made it in here on like the 31st. I'm not entirely sure. This might be breaking me out, because I do have a couple of little breakouts, but they are going away. So I don't know if it's this or if it's basically that time of the month. Hopefully it's that and not this, because that would make me really mad. But otherwise, I can't see any difference yet, but I still have a couple of pods to go. This was horrible. It is the Burt's Bees Renewal Intensive Firming Serum. Smelled like rotten apples. I couldn't stand it enough to use the other one, so I have no idea if it did anything. I gave my other one away. This is the Olay Regenerous Luminous Tone Perfecting Cream Moisturizer. I do really like this, but like I said, I have a lot of moisturizers that I need to go through before I buy any full-size ones. Here is a dual action scrub facial mask with charcoal and black sugar from CVS. Another thing that I got like 2 uses out of. These do work really well. It's kind of inconvenient to get 2 uses out of it, because then you gotta have it like fold it over and try to remember to use it again soon before it dries up. But this is one that you apply and you leave on for like 5 to 7 minutes, and then you massage it around for another minute or so with some warm water, and it's really nice. I think these are like knockoffs of the Freeman ones, so it'll probably just depend on where I'm at if I wanted to buy one of these, but I have a lot of, you know, 1 and 2 time use masks to go through before I buy any of that. Yep, I did have another primer. This is the Smashbox Foundation Primer. This is pretty good for what it is. I just think that these type of primers, these Smashbox super silicone primers, feel really heavy on my skin. So I probably not purchase any of these. I do have a miniature that I got from Ipsy at some point that I need to use up, but I don't purchase these because I already have oily skin. Even though they work fine and they don't break me out and they do prolong the wear of my foundation, they just feel really heavy on me. All right, still having no luck with Paula's Choice. Let's see. I have 2 toners from the Earth Sourced Purely Natural Refreshing Toner. These didn't do anything. And I had the Natural Moisturizer. I think these smelled really weird. Oh yeah, these, I did not like the smell of these. So I would not purchase these. And I don't think they did anything special for my skin either. And finally, we have the Perricone MD Photoplasma Broad Spectrum SPF 30. I do think this is really heavy. Like when I use this to take my dogs walking, I wind up sweating even more than I normally would. So this is not something I would probably purchase, but if I wind up with more samples, I'll use them. And that's not it. Look what got caught in the corner. I finished a lip gloss. It's a miniature, but whatever. It counts. It's the Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie Lip Gloss. Unfortunately, I don't know the color because the little sticker fell off. This was in my project Use It Up in December. I love these glosses. I hate this packaging of like the little mini ones like this because you have to rip out the stopper really early just to get product out of them. But the gloss is really pretty. They have a slight tingling sensation, which I do like because I love Buxom. But if I ever went through all my minis, I might purchase a full size. I actually got a full size for my birthday from Ulta. So I do have a full size. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you guys sticking through these long Empties videos with me. And hopefully I will see you later. Bye.